Focusing is not a natural skill for most people. It's something that is learned, trained, and developed. Focus requires more than just effort. It requires deliberate practice. We live in a world where distractions are constant, and we often find ourselves absorbed by them without even realizing it. The phone, notifications, messages, everything around us demands our attention. The issue is that when you allow your attention to be scattered, you're letting go of the power to focus on what truly matters. You can't gain more time, but you can decide how to use it. Every second you let slip away on something that's not aligned with your goals is a second lost. And it's in this moment, in controlling your attention, that the power to transform your life lies. Imagine that you have a clear goal, something you truly want to achieve. Now, consider the time you have available. How committed are you to maintaining focus on this goal without being lured by distractions? The question is simple, but powerful. Those who stay focused don't get swept away by circumstances. They create their own reality. Distractions can come from anywhere, but the key is knowing when to ignore them. When you truly know what you want, you begin to see the world differently. Focus is not just about what you do, but about what you choose not to do. Every small decision, like choosing not to check your phone during an important task, is a victory that adds up to your success. And believe me, these small victories accumulate in ways you can't even imagine. The trick is understanding that focus doesn't require constant effort, but consistent dedication. True focus isn't about forcing yourself to ignore what's around you, but about understanding the value of what you're doing in that moment and committing to it. When you learn to do this, you start to notice that as you stay focused, you create a cycle of productivity. This cycle, in fact, is something that successful people intuitively know how to create. They carve out moments where they can concentrate fully, and those moments multiply as they become habits. And that's why they reach their goals faster and more efficiently. Now, let's reflect a bit on how this process of focus works through a powerful psychological principle: reciprocity. When you dedicate time and attention to what truly matters, the world around you tends to reward you. This happens because you begin to build a commitment to yourself, and that commitment creates trust. When you commit to being disciplined and focused, you end up creating a relationship of trust with yourself. This is crucial because without trust in your own actions, you end up sabotaging yourself. And trust, like focus, has to be built over time with small, consistent steps. Staying focused also requires a sense of urgency, a mindset that, when properly applied, can transform your productivity. If you constantly procrastinate on what's important, you will begin to feel more and more overwhelmed, as if things are spiraling out of control. But when you begin to concentrate on the right tasks, in that moment, you start feeling like you're in control of your own agenda. And it's this feeling that leads to success. Focus creates a sense of control, a sense that you are in command of your life, not at the mercy of external distractions. This is something that many fail to understand. Focus isn't just about not getting distracted. It's about creating a mental environment where distraction has no power over you. But in order to maintain this control, you need to know exactly where you're headed. When you have clarity about your goal, focus becomes more natural, and at this point, you begin to realize that clarity is one of the most powerful tools for achieving what you want. Focus, without a clear goal, is like navigating without a destination. Therefore, The first step is always this: be clear about what you want. The power of clarity in focus is irreplaceable. When you know where you're going, it becomes easier to say no to the things that won't get you there. Now, it's important to understand that even with focus and clarity, the road won't always be easy. Distractions will always be there. However, there is a simple and powerful psychological technique that you can use: the principle of scarcity. Scarcity makes things seem more valuable when they're in short supply, and this can be a psychological trick to maintain focus. Think of time as a scarce resource. Every time you get distracted by something that's not essential, you are wasting a valuable resource. You no longer have time to waste. And when you begin to realize that time is scarce, it becomes more valuable. You start treating it with the respect it deserves, as the limited resource that it truly is. This is where the principle of authority comes into play. When you take control over your time and decide to focus, you place yourself in the role of authority over your own life. And the most interesting thing is that when you position yourself as someone who is focused and disciplined, you end up attracting opportunities that align with this behavior. When you act in a way that is aligned with your goal every day, the world tends to reward you. People start seeing you as someone who doesn't get distracted, someone who is worthy of trust. Focus creates this perception of authority, and with that comes respect, results, and opportunities. But how do you maintain this focus over the long term? How do you prevent yourself from losing focus again after a few weeks? The answer lies in the principle of consistency. When you start acting consistently, you build an identity. If you act according to your goal every day, even in the small things, you begin to become that focused person. Consistency builds a strong identity, and that identity, in turn, reinforces focus. When you begin to see yourself as someone disciplined, as someone who doesn't waste time on distractions, focus becomes second nature. You no longer have to think about what to do, you simply do it. Now, one essential point. Focus isn't about working all the time. It's not about being busy. True focus is about doing the right things at the right time. That's why focus requires strategy. Discipline isn't just about being busy. It's about wisely choosing the tasks that need to be done. You will come across countless options of things to do, but not all of them will bring you closer to your goal. Focus is about choosing the tasks that really matter, and this can only be done if you understand your priorities clearly. If you want lasting success, the secret is not only in what you do, but in how you do it. Focus is a habit, a mindset that gets reinforced over time. As you stay firm, as you apply the persuasion strategies to create consistency and clarity, you begin to notice that focus isn't just a skill, but a way of living. Every choice you make is an opportunity to strengthen that focus, to leave distractions behind, and to build something meaningful. With focus, the path ahead begins to light up, and you see your life being shaped by discipline, clarity, and consistent action. The journey of focus doesn't stop with reaching your goals. In fact, it only intensifies as you move forward. Each milestone you achieve opens doors to new challenges, new objectives, and greater responsibilities. This is where many lose their way, becoming complacent or scattered. True focus means understanding that success is just one chapter, not the entire story. It's about continuously sharpening your dedication, reminding yourself that every new goal demands the same level of discipline and concentration. When you internalize this, your focus evolves, adapting to each new challenge with the same intensity you started with. Moreover, maintaining focus over time means embracing the discomfort that often comes with growth. Distractions will always offer an escape, a way to avoid the hard work or the inevitable setbacks. But this is where your resolve gets tested. Real growth requires you to push through the discomfort, to remind yourself that those moments of strain are temporary, while the results are lasting. Staying focused means knowing when to ignore the easy way out and choosing the path that keeps you aligned with your highest purpose. Every day is a chance to recommit to that purpose, reinforcing your focus and paving the way toward a life built not on fleeting moments, but on lasting achievement.